you probably didn't figure that Hank Lundqvist, who had allowed 3 goals in 83 shots over 2 games, would allow 5 in 3 periods of play. But you never know what you're going to see when you watch a hockey game, right?
And to your point, I think you never know what you're going to see when you come to an afternoon game.
Right.
You know, they're always played differently, and you kind of fall into a game like that if you're the Rangers. You don't draw it up that way beforehand. I'm sure the game plan was, look, Florida played yesterday afternoon. They emptied the tank against the New York Islanders. Let's get the puck behind the Florida Panther defense. Let's work them in zone. Let's tire them out. Let's move the puck low to high. Let's get a lot of traffic. Let's make it hard on them. I don't know how much of that hockey we saw. We saw a lot of rush for rush. And when you play against the Florida Panthers, who have a lot of skill, the Rangers have young skill, but I just don't think they wanted to play that game. Somehow, Florida got their way and just dragged the Ranger team into that game.
Yeah, and that is exactly what happened. So the Rangers, who had won 2 straight, down to defeat in a shootout. We've seen a theme for the Rangers this year, Steve, and that's offense from the defense. They're among the top teams in the league in getting contributions from the blue line. That happened again today. 2 of the first 3 goals scored by defensemen.
Over 30% of their total goals scored now for the Rangers are by the D-man. But first day with a new tongue. I'll tell you.
Work it out, buddy.
I'll tell you what. For Brady Shea, okay, he got scored on, John, as the Rangers were killing. They gave up a goal. But then he's on the ice for the next shift. 40 seconds later, he gets it back. Now, he didn't get beat 5-on-5 for his goal against. Yes, it was 5-on-4, but he's still wearing that because he wants to get back in the lineup and be a factor. So very happy for him that he got that goal to make it 3-3. And then Lindgren, for him to score his first goal as a National Hockey League player like that, you got to be kidding me. Look how pumped he is, too. So I'm excited for him. Everybody's excited for his future. He's in the game. Now, when you break this goal down, there are a number of reasons why I like it. I like it because Panarin, who establishes himself as a shooter, lets everybody know it's coming. And look at Florida here. They have 5 guys D'ing up. Lindgren sneaks in backdoor for his first attempt. But the key is he's on the puck to recover it, so the Rangers keep possession. Now, Lindgren on the far side of the screen is going to come out. He's going to come back in on the re-entry. He's reading off Panarin. All right? Panarin shows everybody he's shooting. His motion looks like he's shooting. Foss goes over the stick of Matheson. So now when Strome receives the pass here, again, above the goal line, that lane is there. And that's a great goal. I mean, a lot there to break down, but talk about teamwork away from the puck. And that's a great goal for the Rangers. They can lean on that one.
And it was just the quirk of a change on the fly that found Lindgren on the right side on the same defense pair as Libor Hayek, because his regular defense pair is Adam Fox. So those 2 goals were the first and third. Lindgren scored the first Ranger goal. The third was Brady Shea. There was one in between the 2, and it was by Filip Chytil. It's his 4th since his recall from the minors, and it's maybe the highlight reel goal for him so far.
Well, he's going to have a tough match against the Nashville goal, though, right?
Right, correct.
But I'll tell you what, it's hard when you come up a level to know what can I get away with. Now, what if Chytil, what if he doesn't score in Nashville? Maybe he doesn't have the confidence to try this afternoon against Florida, but he knows he can take you one-on-one. He can take you one-on-one, and that's a great thing to have if you're a young player gaining confidence in the NHL. That's his 4th goal since being called up from the Hartford Wolfpack in 6 games. And he looks like a regular. He doesn't want to go anywhere. Lindgren, great on the D up here, pushes into Henrik. Henrik looks like we've got a penalty on its way, so now you can get the extra attacker out there. Henrik's got to get himself up to his feet first. A lot of speed through the neutral zone, though, is Chytil. And you can see the posture through that triangle, the space between the stick and the feet. Chytil uses it. He opens up that far panel, just like he did against Nashville. Opens up the goaltender with the drag. But now, what I like about it for the future is, look, you're going to see this when you're playing against the New York Rangers. You're going to know they have young guys that are confident enough to go one-on-one with you. That's going to back up a lot of defensemen, John. They know it's coming. And Kakko's doing the same thing. When you see these young guys push back and have the ability to beat you one-on-one, it makes everybody take notice.
And you might notice who that defenseman was, because he's a familiar name, Anton Stralman, who went from the Rangers, where he was very effective, down to Tampa, now in Florida. Not an easy guy to beat defensively through the legs the way Chytil did. So kudos to Filip Chytil for that. The next goal for the Rangers came courtesy of Kakko on the power play. So again, his 4th, we're starting to see him look more and more comfortable.
Same message, right? Same message as Chytil. Can I get to space that I'm used to getting at in Finland when I was a junior hockey player and still be effective? It's never easy to go to the middle of the ice in the NHL because you're a young player, 18 years old, and there is a risk you're going to get your head taken off. And that's what I like about the fact that he's able to step into that ice, know it's there. He gets it right past the right skate of Matheson that's trying to come out and block that shot. And a lot of times you tell young players when somebody's going to lay down, just get it past that shin pad. The goalie can't see it. The play starts out in a triangle formation, Strome, D'Angelo, Panarin. We've seen this before. We've seen a lot of this in recent power play structure for the Rangers. I actually love their power play right now. 2 more goals again tonight. They're rolling. And this triangle here, it shapes up where you've got options because they're showing their early posture by going down to one knee, and that opens up that big circle of space there for Kakko. As soon as you see the opposition go down to one knee, you've got a lot of ice there open. It's like selling your position early, and you have a skilled player now that's able to get there and see that ice before it opens up. Good heads-up play, and we want more of that from Kaapo.
All right, so let's see from a lot of writing on here. That gave the Rangers a 4-3 lead. It became 4-4. Kreider scores on the power play, second power play for goal for the Rangers. They take a 5-4 lead to the third. Brian Boyle, another ex-Ranger, another familiar face, with a deflection just like Kreider's. That makes it 5-5, and that sets the stage for overtime. We're in New York. The league office is in New York. Can we please petition to play longer than 5 minutes of 3-on-3? It's scintillating hockey, even though it may look more like pond hockey than regular NHL hockey. It's still better than a shootout. I'm off my soapbox.
No, I'm with you. That was entertaining. If you add an extra 5 minutes to that, you don't have to go to the shootout. It doesn't feel that way after a loss. The shootout has lost its luster. Let's just say that. A lot of action, though, in overtime. John and I, we were on the edge of our seat here. This pass right across to Fox. He doesn't have a shot here, so he passes it back to Panarin. It just bounces over Panarin's stick. But the Rangers had a great overtime period of keeping possession. They didn't take any bad shots. When they did have the puck being stripped from them, it was because a scoring opportunity like that one was taking place. Huge save on Hoffman here as Lundqvist, right leg, go the other way. Who doesn't like watching hockey like this, John?
Tremendous.
I think it's terrific, too.
Highly entertaining.
I'm glad I'm not in the net, but, you know, that would be high stress. But great action both ways, and close call there with Kreider getting stripped. But you don't want it to go to overtime or shootout, rather, and unfortunately for the Rangers it did, and you get a little bit unlucky in the shootout.
And this was the winner, Vincent Trocheck against Henrik Lundqvist. Started out slowly down the left side, ambled toward the right, and the wrist shot beats Lundqvist's glove side.
It was nice to see Kakko score, though, too. He scored right before that, and look, nobody knows the pressure that you feel when you're standing up at center ice before a shootout takes place. Any player will tell you you can't feel your legs. So it's great that he got one because hopefully the Rangers lean on him in the future as well.